Well, you're the interviewer, so
Yes,
what do
sir.
you want to do?
All right. First off, could you just tell me a little bit about what you do exactly?
What I do? I work for a company named Damon, and Damon's been around since well, since probably about the 50s. They started what you probably know what is private label,
Mm-hmm.
um, store brands and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and they had a business model where they put teams of project managers, designers, and product developers at retailer headquarters, and we managed that business. So Damon's businesses, we're in about 43 retailer headquarters today.
Wow.
And we have 14 regional offices. My office is here in Dallas. I run the Dallas region,
Okay.
or the Dallas office. And we design and develop products for manufacturers and retailers.
Awesome. So with that in mind, like, could you give me like a look at like your daily routine? Is it just similar throughout each day, or is it just completely different every single day?
Yeah, every day's pretty different depending on what we're working on,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a base schedule that we kind of follow for the team. So I have product developers that report to me and project managers that report to me. And each project manager, and so each team, each client,
Mm-hmm.
I assign a product developer and a project manager,
Okay.
and a lead and a business analyst to each account. So each of those teams have about 4 clients they focus on and work on. And I try to keep it that way because we can touch base every morning as a group and talk about the week's issues or the day's issues or the things that's next by each project, so we can all tackle it together on a given day. So that kind of dictates what our day is and who. It's kind of like, call it, if you want to take a football analogy, it's like our morning huddle,
Oh yeah.
playing football, and we get in there, we call the plays for the day, then we go
And then
go
you
do
break and
execute.
you go all separate ways.
Yep.
Awesome. So you personally, if you could change just one thing about what you do, is there anything that you would change? It's kind of a broad question, but
I would like to be skinnier, have more hair, stuff like that or outside of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Things I would change. I would like the ability to probably hire more people, actually. I mean, It's one of those things with our company is, top management. It depends on who your management is. It's I call it the field of dreams business model. Hire the people and the new clients will come type thing, know?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you become a public company, they want you to get the new business first and then they go hire the people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a lot more difficult to get new business, start working on that new business, and you don't have the people. Now I got to run around and try to hire people.
Yeah.
So those are 2 different new hiring business models. And if I could change anything, I wish we were more kind of like the field of dreams model.
Yeah. So just before you even got into this line of work, what got you like interested in it? And how'd you find it?
I stumbled into it.
Interested you?
What degree are you working on?
I'll be in marketing.
Marketing?
Yeah, I'll be
Okay.
able to declare my major after this year and go into the College of Business. So yeah, I'll be a marketing major.
So those majors are good majors that can take you in pretty much any kind of business path that you want to. And somewhere mid-tier, if you're tired of the business path you're in, you can jump to a different business path, So those degrees are great. I went to college and heck, I was a broadcast journalism guy.
Oh wow.
But I took a lot of marketing classes, advertising classes. And when I got out of college, I started working for an advertising firm. doing TV and radio commercials for companies in Oklahoma, which is not a hotbed for a lot of money. So I didn't get paid a lot. So I started working in food. There was a company named Fleming Foods that was out of Oklahoma City. Started working for them, and they were second to Walmart at that time. I worked for them in distribution. So they got me more into packaging, design, art, graphics, and stuff like that. So I did a lot for that. Which then, after I left that, I had manufacturers start to ask me to do packaging and design for them. Which then that led into those manufacturers saying, "Hey, come up with some new product ideas."
Yeah.
Right?
And just one thing
leads
to another.
And so then I just kind of start coming up with new product ideas, and then it just kept snowballing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that's how I got there.
So if you could just give one piece of advice to someone interested in your field or just kind of in the business aspect, what would it be?
Be agile, be willing to try different things. Just know that there's, be willing to move. Mm-hmm. Be willing to move companies every 3 or 4 years. Don't get stuck at a company for a long time. The days of working for one company for years is it's not a good thing. You'll move up slowly. You'll get paid poorly over the years, and you just won't move up the corporate ladder fast. So just be agile.
Be open to
try
change.
To look for the next best thing. Work a job. Think about that job of how it's going to make you grow, make you learn a new trait, learn a new ability that you can put on your resume.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah. And when we were messaging the other day, you mentioned that your company recently merged with Advantage Solutions. Mm-hmm. Could you just kind of elaborate on like what that's doing with like what the merge is for, why that actually happened?
Well, Damon, we're pretty much the only company in the U.S. that does private labels. So most retailers come to us to do their private label business with them. Advantage does national brands. So they're kind of like a company like us, but they only do national brands like, whatever. Peter Pan peanut butter or Smucker's jelly. Any national brands you can think of. Those are the brands they do.
Okay.
So Advantage owns about almost 60 different companies, from design firms to art firms, photography firms, e-com firms, data analytics firms, and we all operate under the Advantage umbrella. So they purchased us to be part of them in one of those companies.
Awesome.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So at this point in your career, you made a lot of decisions, just altering which way it went and everything. So if you could think back and remember any certain like big decision you made that you regret, is there anything there that you think of?
I actually, the company I work for now, Damon, I worked for early on in my career and left them when I was in Oklahoma City. Back then, there were things called ESOPs, employee something, but it was employee owned at that time early on. So you got huge paybacks back then because you were an employee owned company. I left the company to go work for manufacturers and stuff and to grow my business in product development. If I would have stayed with Damon and still been with him even to this day and never left, my ESOP would have been a lot bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, like a lot bigger.
Man.
To where like I could be retiring really soon.
Wow.
So that is a mistake that I look back on that I wish I might have liked to have not done.
Yeah. So you said that you did go to college. Is while you were there, was there a class that just really interested you and kind of pushed you towards this line of work, or like you said, you just stumbled into it randomly, really?
Well, what I'm doing now, there wasn't really a class that pushed me into what I do now. In college, I wanted to diversify the classes I took between media, advertising, marketing, media ethics, stuff like that, to get a good kind of broad spectrum of all the things I could do with that degree, which is a liberal arts degree. So understanding each of the offshoots of liberal arts degree, I try to take them all because I use a piece of that. I mean, at the end of the day, college is kind of like a fishing license, right? Now, once you get a college degree, now you can go fishing. But there are some classes that I always look back to that kind of built my overall foundation of how I attack a problem or a new client and stuff like that. It all hinges back to some of the stuff I learned in college.
Oh, awesome. I really think that's all the questions I've got for you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So what is this project you're working on?
It's for my communications class, my MCOM class. So It's just I had to interview someone I know or someone I don't know just about their line of work and how it relates to like what I want to do in the future. And I thought of you, and I thought you'd be a great fit.
All right. So what do you want to do in the future then?
I don't really know specifically. I really right now I really am interested in what you just told me about what you do. So I'm definitely gonna look into that and focus on really what I want to do specifically. But I don't really have a specific idea right now.
Okay. Well, we always have good recruitment programs with our company. So when you guys are ready, let me know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing this.
No problem, man.
Awesome.
Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.